Hi, back again. Okay, so Look Natural BFF Night and Day face wash and moisturizer. So Posh does actually recommend that you use these two together. With that said, if you have a client that likes one better than the other, that is not a big deal. I personally use BFF with Moisture 911 because Night and Day leaves me too greasy for my liking. I would say that Night and Day would probably be better for people with oily skin because it's a thicker moisturizer, and people with oily skin need moisture more than people with dry skin. So I would definitely suggest Night and Day for people with oily skin. With that said, BFF is a really good face wash. It has micro bead technology for scrubbing, so it's a very fine, almost like sugar scrub on your face, but it's finer than that. And to me, it's really, really wonderful. But it has a grapefruit and a peppermint smell to it, and that is the same. If you have the BBF body scrub, it smells like that. If you don't, I can't explain it, but it's kind of a grapefruit peppermint smell. For me, it's really, really nice. So, once again, this has aloe vera in it. As we know, restores moisture and gets rid of itching and dry skin and all of that. It also has cucumber in it, which is a conditioning agent and helps protect against free radicals. It also helps lighten the skin. So, Impish Eyes is made with cucumber extract, and it's the same with BFF. So we have multiple things that we can actually use. Caffeine, cucumber oil, peppermint, all of those tighten and help the skin. It also has the peppermint oil, as we found out, helps with itchiness and circulation to the face, as well as inflammation and all of that. So that allowing those blood vessels to relax helps us do what? It helps us repair our skin as we sleep because it increases oxygen to the blood vessels, which in turn helps our cells replenish themselves. So, just like we were talking about in a different post. And it also, of course, it also has vitamin E. Pretty much any of our products have vitamin E in it. There's very few that don't. Alright, so Night and Day. Night and Day has lavender in it. I always stress the lavender thing because I've probably ran into 20 people out of 100 that have told me they have a lavender sensitivity. If you haven't had those numbers yet, great. I have. That's the reason why I stress it. Night and Day is heavy on purpose. It's supposed to last night and day. So anyway, it has aloe vera as well. Lavender oil. Lavender oil is actually to help soothe the skin. It's an anti-inflammatory. It has a really good purpose. Just those people that can't use it, can't use it. But it can also be used to soothe minor burns and insect bites. I've actually heard of people taking lavender and mixing it with coconut oil to heal wounds. So lavender is a very, very healing herb or flower or whatever we want to call it. So that is a really good thing to know. Also, Night and Day as well has the olive oil in it. And as we know, the olive oil helps fight against free radicals and helps smooth and soothe the skin and penetrates without clogging the pores. So this is a really, really, it's a heavy moisturizer, but there are people that would prefer this. Personally, I don't, but that's okay. I don't have to. It's about finding what works right for your client. So, like I said, if they seem like they have oily skin, you might want to give them a Night and Day instead of Moisture 911. If they have dry or what they call combination skin, you may want to go with Moisture 911 because this one is really heavy. I have more of a drier skin, and I've explained it before, but just to reiterate, when we have oily skin, it's because the sensors in our brain, or our skin is sending messages back to our brain saying the skin is over dry. So the brain in return sends a message back saying produce oil in mass quantities. So we end up getting an overproduction of oil to fix the problem instead of a steady production or a normal production. It's the original way I was taught about this was because of stomach acid, because it's the same thing. So we don't want to hide and mask it. I mean, with like acid reflux, we put pills that cause acid blockers to keep us from getting acid reflux. In reality, if we added acid to our belly, like apple cider vinegar, it would heal the problem better than using those pills. Same way with the oil in the face. If you want to get rid of oily skin, you're going to have to add moisture to your skin. So just always, always, always remember that when you're giving people advice on what they should use. Make sure to always ask your client what kind of skin they have before you send them samples. The last thing you want to do is send somebody with super dry skin, something that's going to cause them to get greasy, because then they're probably not going to buy. So you really want to try to cater to that and know as much as you can about what's going to work for them and why. But that's it. I'm going to go, and I guess last on our line is going to be All of My Love and Love Me Do. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time researching those tonight and post them tomorrow.